Welcome to Dark Love Psychology. This is the channel where we peel back the curtain on human connection, moving beyond superficial dating tips to understand the raw, often hidden mechanics of attraction. We explore the subconscious drives and the unspoken language that governs how we build desire and connect on a profound level. I've seen too many good men get sidelined, confused by signals they were never taught to read. My goal is to give you the map. And today, we are diving headfirst into a topic that is a major source of that confusion. Have you ever been in an interaction that felt like it was going perfectly, only for her to suddenly say something that throws you completely off balance? A playful jab, a sudden challenge, or an unexpected question that feels like it has a hidden meaning? You're not imagining it. This is the psychology of what are often bluntly called shit tests, and we're going to uncover why women test men immediately. Now let's be very clear. When women test men, it's rarely a conscious, malicious act. It's not because they're cruel, and it's not because they're trying to make your life difficult for sport. The truth is far more primal and in many ways far more interesting. This testing mechanism is deeply embedded in female attraction psychology, a powerful remnant of our evolutionary past. For millennia, a woman's survival and the survival of her offspring depended on her ability to choose a partner who was not just physically strong, but mentally and emotionally resilient. She needed a man who could handle pressure, lead with a steady hand, and wouldn't crumble at the first sign of trouble. These modern-day tests are a subconscious screening process for those same core qualities. They are her way of measuring your internal strength, your unshakable confidence, and your authenticity. She isn't testing the mask you might be wearing. She's trying to get a glimpse of the real man underneath. So in this video, we're going to do a complete breakdown. We'll explore the evolutionary psychology behind why these tests are a fundamental part of the mating dance. We'll identify the most common types of tests you'll face, so you can recognize them instantly. And most importantly, we'll equip you with the mindset and actionable strategies to not just pass these tests, but to use them as a powerful opportunity to amplify her attraction and build a foundation of deep, lasting respect. This isn't about learning lines. It's about becoming the man who doesn't need them. If you're ready to finally decode this crucial part of attraction, let's begin. Chapter 1. What are shit tests? A shit test is when a woman challenges you, either directly or indirectly, to see how you react. It's not about the question itself, it's about your response. Example, she might say, "Do you talk to all girls like this?" Or, "You're kind of short, aren't you?" The test isn't about your height or your flirting. It's about whether you get defensive, insecure, or stay calm and confident. Shit tests are fitness tests. They're not about cruelty. They're about screening for emotional strength. Chapter 2. The psychology behind testing. Women test because they are wired to seek strong, confident men who can handle pressure. From an evolutionary psychology standpoint, testing filters out men who might appear confident on the surface but collapse under stress. Example, imagine a woman says, "Wow, you really think you're charming, don't you? If you get angry, you fail. If you crumble, you fail. But if you smile and say, at least you noticed," you pass, because you show resilience. The underlying psychology. A test equals, is he stable? Does he crack under pressure? Chapter 3. Common types of shit tests. While these tests can feel random, they often fall into predictable categories. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to mastering them. Once you know what's coming, you can respond with confidence instead of getting thrown off. First, playful challenges. These are lighthearted jabs or statements of disqualification like, "You're not my type." She's not rejecting you, she's testing your confidence. Getting defensive is an instant fail. The correct response is playful confidence. Try, perfect. That means I won't break your heart. This agrees and amplifies, showing you're not seeking her approval. Next, negs or insults. These are backhanded compliments or mild insults to see how you handle pressure like, "Nice shirt, did your mom pick it out?" Don't get angry or justify yourself. The right move is calm humor. A simple, "She's got good taste, doesn't she?" works perfectly. By agreeing humorously, you diffuse the test and show your self-esteem is unshaken. Then there are jealousy triggers. This is any mention of other men, designed to provoke jealousy and test your emotional security. For example, my ex used to buy me flowers all the time. Getting angry or competitive is an instant fail. Instead, show cool detachment. A powerful response is, lucky him. So, what happened? This shows you're not threatened and flips the script, demonstrating confidence. Finally, compliance tests. These are small requests to see if you'll obey, testing if you're a leader or a follower. A classic is, hold my bag, or go get me a drink. Blindly obeying makes you a follower. The key is selective compliance. You don't have to refuse, but show you're in control. You can reframe it. Tell you what, let's go to the bar together. You lead, you don't just follow. The key to all of these is that they test for reactivity. A reactive man gets defensive when challenged and insecure when his value is questioned. This signals a weak internal frame. You fail the test the moment you react emotionally. You pass by staying centered. Being centered means you are the unshakable rock whose self-worth comes from within, not from her approval. When you meet these tests with humor and confidence, you demonstrate the exact qualities she was looking for. Chapter 4. How to pass shit tests. Stay calm, never react emotionally. A slow, relaxed response shows control. Use humor. A playful reply disarms the test and keeps it fun. Agree and amplify. Instead of fighting it, exaggerate it to a ridiculous level. Example, she says, "You're so cocky." You reply, "Absolutely. My mirror claps every morning when I wake up." Reframe. Shift the perspective. Example, "Are you always this stubborn?" Response, "Only when I know I'm right." Passing isn't about being perfect. It's about showing confidence and composure. Chapter 5. Why passing builds unshakable respect. When you pass her tests, you're sending a powerful subconscious message that goes far beyond words. You communicate that you're not insecure. Insecurity is the silent killer of attraction. It manifests as neediness, jealousy, and a constant hunger for validation. By passing a test, you show you don't need her approval to feel good about yourself. Your self-worth comes from within. You communicate that you're emotionally strong. This means you have emotional regulation. You aren't a slave to your impulses. When she pokes you, you don't lash out in anger or crumble in despair. You remain centered, a rock she can depend on, especially when life gets turbulent. And finally, you show that you can lead without crumbling. Leadership isn't about being a dictator. It's about having a direction and being able to handle pressure. When you pass her tests, you're proving that you can navigate social pressure and emotional challenges, making you a man she can trust to lead her and a potential family through life's uncertainties. Women respect men who pass their tests because it proves that your confidence is not a fragile facade. It's real, it's stable, and as a result, it's deeply attractive. Let's break that down. Real confidence is earned, not performed. A man with fake confidence or bravado might talk a big game, but the moment he's challenged, his act falls apart. He becomes defensive, makes excuses, or gets angry. He reveals that his confidence was a house of cards. But a man with real, authentic confidence welcomes the test. He sees it as a chance to play, because he's not afraid of the outcome. His confidence is stable. It's not dependent on external validation or a perfect environment. It's a constant and internal state of being. This stability is what women are subconsciously screening for. They want to know if you're the kind of man who will be a calm port in a storm, or if you're the storm itself. An emotionally stable man is reliable, and reliability is a cornerstone of long-term attraction. And because it's real and stable, it becomes irresistibly attractive. This isn't just about looking cool, it's a biological signal of high value. It tells her that you are a capable, resilient man who can handle the world, and by extension, handle a relationship with her. Let's look at this in action with a few concrete examples. Think about a woman saying, "You're too much trouble." This is a test of your self-perception. A weak man would hear this as a criticism and get defensive. But if you grin and reply, "That's why I'm unforgettable," you flip the frame entirely. You agree with her premise but assign a positive, confident meaning to it. Instead of defending yourself, you own the moment. You've passed. Now let's consider another, the comparison test. She might say, "My ex used to do something nice." The trap here is to feel inadequate or to get competitive. The wrong response is to get defensive or jealous. This shows her that her past threatens you. The correct response is to be completely unbothered, even amused. You could smile and say, "That's nice," and change the subject. Or, for a more playful approach, you could say, "And look where that got him." You're showing that you operate on your own terms, and her past holds no power over you. Here's a third one, the sincerity test. You give her a compliment, and she replies, "You probably say that to all the girls." A man lacking confidence would immediately backpedal and try to prove his sincerity, which reeks of desperation. The high-value response is to agree and amplify. You could lean in with a smirk and say, "I do, but I only mean it with you." Or even more boldly, "Only the beautiful ones." You're not denying it, you're playfully confirming it while simultaneously reinforcing her attractiveness. You've turned her test into a powerful moment of flirtation. Respect is not given, it's earned through these moments. So here's the fundamental truth you must internalize. Shit tests aren't insults, they're invitations. They are not attacks on your character, they are opportunities to display it. They're an invitation to flirt, to demonstrate your wit, and to lead the interaction into more exciting territory. When a woman tests you, she's subconsciously asking, "Are you strong enough for me? Can you handle me? Are you the real deal?" When you stay calm, playful, and unshaken, your answer is a resounding yes. And every time you pass, you build a layer of subconscious respect and attraction that words could never achieve. And remember, the tests never stop. But that's a good thing. In a long-term relationship, these tests evolve. They become a way for her to keep checking in, to ensure you haven't become complacent. It's a mechanism that keeps the polarity and attraction alive. It's her way of making sure you are still the strong, confident man she fell for. So don't fear the tests, welcome them. The fact that she is testing you at all means she sees you as a man worth testing. It means she's interested. The silence is what you should fear. Mastering this dynamic is a journey, and we've only scratched the surface. Understanding these subtle psychological cues is the key to unlocking deeper levels of attraction and respect in all of your interactions. If you found this video helpful and want to continue mastering the art of attraction, give it a thumbs up to let us know. Share it with a friend who is struggling to understand these dynamics, and most importantly, subscribe to Dark Love Psychology and hit the notification bell. We have more deep dives into the hidden frameworks of love and power coming soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.